All right, all right, all right. We are going to go ahead and get this started. I know I'm a little early, but yeah, we got all night because the CEO, the wife, the loved one, is not very happy right now. Uh, LSU was up only like 23-21 against Nicholls State, so she's not very happy. So we're just gonna sit here and chill for a little while. All right, so hello to everybody. I see Shard come by, Cuban. Oh yeah, we're gonna get there, buddy. J Active, what's up? Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's hear what everybody has to say. We'll put that link up here in the chat. All right, there we go. So yeah, Miami does pull it out 56-9. And there he is. All right, Cuban, the floor is yours. Tell us what's on your mind, Cuban.
It's a good win, all right. No injuries or anything like that. But you could see good coaching and bad coaching. And I'll just go with, our own team. That D line that we have looks amazing. Looks good, You could see that they are trained properly. That offensive line, I don't give a damn I don't care what anybody tells me. Mirabal is not a good coach. That offensive line was horrible. And number 11, get off my team. Number 11 needs to be fourth string. He drops the ball way too much, right? I would rather play a freshman over him. But again, you could see good coaching versus bad coaching. Jason Taylor and I forgot the Samoan guy's name. Those guys could. What is it?
Salavea.
Salavea, yeah. Him and Salavea are good ass coaches. Damn near great coach. Mirabal, you can kick rocks. I'm sorry. I'll fire his sorry ass. That offense, number 70 needs a red shirt year. He was a turnstile. But, when the backups came in, they were getting pushed around. I was just like, but then you see the defensive line that we had, and it's like they were predatory. They're in the backfield. I'm like, what's going on? I don't want to hear the excuses. We don't, we got to recruit because Jason Taylor and Salavea are 1 year behind because they had to dedicate to recruiting, Mario's third year, not second year, right? So it's like QB, not it's just that offensive line QB. I was not impressed by that offensive line, and I was not in that number 11, man. I was not impressed at all. And I'm watching this South Florida game. We better get our shit together. Um, so we just better pay attention because South Florida's a little bit physical here. So I know we said it's an easy schedule, but this South Florida game, it's 13-14 against Bama at Bama. So
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to get the scoreboard up now to look at it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, looks like it's 14-13, about 5-6 minutes left in the third. Okay, LSU scored, so they're up 30-21. 9 minutes left in the third, so maybe the wife is a little bit happier. I don't know, but
well, to answer the QB, number 70 and number 61 were turnstiles.
ooh,
Ooh,
man,
go.
were the but also now great points, Cuban, great points. I will say this What's up, QB? Um, yeah, I thought that, you know, yeah, it was like what, 25-6 at halftime, I believe it was. They came out, looked really good, kind of got a little sloppy in the second quarter. It
Oh,
did get a little
penalties too.
sloppy.
The
Penalties, yeah, the
penalty, yeah.
penalties. Uh it really, I was kind of hoping for a little cleaner first half than what we saw just based on what happened at Florida. Um, but yeah, Brown, uh, number 11, he did have 4 catches for 35 yards, but I I thought he was going to be better based on what we were told about him, you know. Um, and
People were saying he was the
Lord,
best receiver on the team. Well, not
right?
people, the CCC guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's the NFL receiver, and you have Restrepo on this team.
And I man, I was really hoping Emory would have got in because Poffenbarger, the pride of Albany, it it reminded me of watching like Marv or somebody. You know, it just. But then
Yeah,
again,
seems like Emery's headed for a red shirt.
yeah. And Lord, please protect this first team offensive line because I mean, does the second team offensive line even get reps? Sampson, I thought Sampson was going to do a little better. Looks like he was a little dazed, confused, getting pushed around. The whole second team offensive or the offensive line we saw come in the fourth quarter, they were just getting pushed around. Um, Kind of had shades of the old 2022. Uh, but I will say, as far as defense goes, I feel more confident and feel pretty good about the second team defense, third string defense, the youngsters on defense. They looked really good.
And that's
And
crazy because we had a
yeah,
lot of turnover on defense. I did
yeah,
not. That defense is good. But yeah,
right. And I really honestly with JoJo getting in there and Carr getting in there, um, even Ray Ray, and we're going to get to Mr. Ray Ray. But with those young wide receivers, to me, I would have liked to have seen them out there with somebody besides Parfenbarger. I'm just saying.
is it me
But
does the defense look like grown men and the offense does not?
I could see that. I could see that.
Like you can see the defense, they look like grown ass men, right?
Right. Now, as far as to be honest, there were some blown coverages.
That
Okay.
happens.
It happens. But I didn't I really, as far as defense goes, I really think that, God forbid any injuries, but if somebody was to go down, I think there are some good pieces that can be plugged in on defense and things will be good. Um, One thing I did notice, like in the second half, is really the first 3 quarters, if you will. Oh, it looks like all the pass routes were like 20 plus yards. Um, Now Arroyo caught that first touchdown, but didn't really see. I don't remember seeing very many underneath pass routes. Um, and it looked to me like Cam was doing a lot of running for his life. He was getting hit a few times more than I feel comfortable with. Uh, Again, I did say you have to give FAMU some respect because, this isn't the FAMU that we all grew up and loved. Uh, FAMU is a good, decent little team. Okay. But with that being said, I just don't think there's any way that this Miami offensive line that they had, Miami's offensive line, there shouldn't have been that much pressure on Cam Ward. And in the fourth quarter with the second string offensive line, they should have had that much of a drop off, because it looks to me like the second string, I'm going to say second team just for the sake of argument, or the fourth quarter offensive line looks like they picked up right where they left off against Rutgers in the Pinstripe Bowl. But I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a good game. All right. Overall, the overall picture, I thought it was a real good game. Cam Ward did what Cam Ward does. Xavier did what he did. He did get 104 yards. So I believe that moves Restrepo up to number 10 all time. I want to say he passed Johnson, Andre, and I want to say Dorsett, but I don't think that's who it was. But yeah, Restrepo moved up into the top 10 all-time yardage receptions for Miami, which is pretty cool. I am still impressed with the spreading the ball out to all the different receivers. Okay. And to what Cuban said, there were a lot of unnecessary penalties, especially the one where I want to say it was one of the offensive guys was, what's up, Phil, the swag? One of the offensive guys was still, getting after it with the defensive guy, and this other guy come over there and just out in the middle of the open knocked the FAMU guy away and got a personal foul. That's the kind of stuff that don't need to happen. But I will say, and this is just my opinion, this is not the same Miami team I saw last week.
I agree.
Mike Jeezy, hello there. And what I mean is, and I'm not again, everybody, I know a lot of folks out there are probably making the excuses, but this was a total different, and I know it's FAMU. Okay. And QB, I think I kind of said that in our little chat during the game, Cuban. It's like the same old playing to the opponents. Playing
to the level of your competition.
Right. And I hope that's all it was. I mean, I was kind of hoping they would have gotten at least 35, maybe 40 before the half. But
I really wasn't worried about the points. I was worried about the execution and operation, right, and the discipline, right?
Right.
Because we could have, as you saw, when we came back in the third quarter, we scored automatic, right then and there.
Right.
The score to me did not matter. It was more the execution, the line blocking, the penalties, the little things, like the things that we have to worry about.
And that's kind of when I was talking about the score, I was kind of alluding to that well-oiled machine that we saw last week. But it's just, I would have never thought that the offensive starters and most of the defensive starters would have been in there until the fourth quarter. I would have thought the game would have been over by, halftime. That's just me. But again, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, folks. That's a testament to FAMU and how far they've come, and how good of a team that is. I completely forgot about Thad being with them. Completely forgot about that. But and also, I'm kind of also I meant to say this, tell you this earlier, Cuban, but I'm kind of concerned about the running lanes that the offensive line is producing. Didn't really. I mean, they I didn't see much trying. They really didn't try much running around the outside or sweeps or whatever. But I would have thought the holes would have been a little bit bigger up the middle, considering it was FAMU. But the run, they ended up with they ended up with 255 yards rushing, so that's not bad. I mean, Martinez got his 90. He had that one good little touchdown run. It looks like all the running backs got some touches, but
Jay Allen looked a little. I don't know. He looked a little bit bigger.
He did. And I was impressed with Allen's performance, in the fourth quarter with that offensive line, but
he looked a little stiff to me. He didn't look like before when last year he looked pretty agile. This year he looks stiff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you're right, Jay Active. Lofton was out there. I mean, basically a lot of guys got out there and got some playing times. The only thing is I guess I would rather have seen Emery come in instead of Poffenbarger, because I'm telling you right now, Poffenbarger is not the dude. Not for Miami. He is not going to be second string. Now.
Yeah, we're going to be in the portal.
With that being said, again, we don't know what the game plan is or what it is about with Emery, or hell, even Luke. I think I'd rather see Luke Nickel get in there and get some playing time for a quarter instead of Poffenbarger.
Luke's next year, not this year. He's still in high school.
You're right. I meant Judd Anderson. I'm sorry, Judd. But anyway, what I'm getting at, regardless of who's in the quarterback room, I didn't really see much arm strength out of Poffenbarger for a guy who was, and y'all saw all the highlights that I saw of him at Albany lighting it up. He was Mr. Pride of Albany. All right. But he seems like, I think Poffenbarger will probably be, if he was to come in, he'd be one of those hand the ball off type quarterbacks.
Well, he did that and the ball slipped out of his hand. So,
well, that was, oh my gosh, that was hilariously sad. That was, at first, when I first saw it, I'm like, this little shit just dropped the damn, it slipped out of his hand. And then I kind of chuckled and I'm like, oh no, really? But again, if these young men are going to make their mistakes, make it now in a game like this. But I am still concerned about this second string offensive line. Sampson, like I said, he's a big dude, bruh. Sampson, a big dude. He's got size. But
number 62, he's a bad left tackle.
Who was that? That was
Tinsler.
Tinseltown.
Yeah.
Tinsel, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm like,
our tackles are, outside of Rivers, they're turnstiles. Rivers is good. He didn't play today, but these other tackles, they seem a little bit turnstile-y. If you have a speed rusher, I wonder how Barron looks like in practice, because I know Barron destroys our tackles.
Yes. Even Bell, even Markel got in there, and he looked slower, and he looked like he was trying to block in mud. You know,
They,
it's
and they keep saying he has long arms. I'm like, why doesn't he use his arms? It looked like
right.
he looked like T-Rex a little bit. I'm like, what the hell's going? Who is this
Yeah,
guy?
right. And again, I mean, y'all don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying these young men aren't talented, but I'm just asking, does I mean during practice, I mean, we're in, second week of September. They've been at practice all this time. I mean, what kind of development has been going on? What kind of teaching has been happening? Especially Samson. Samson come in as a 5-star with Magagoa. All right. And that was last year. This is their second year in the program. So what has Samson been taught? Because honestly, that second team offensive line looks like they just came out of high school last year the way they were playing. You know, um, again, what does the second team offensive line do at practice? Are they going up against, I don't know, tackling dummies? I don't know. But I will say this though. Between the game last week and the game tonight, I've seen a lot. And I just hope nobody gets hurt on the offense. That's all I'm saying.
This is a good bad question I'm going to ask. You think Ward holds on the ball a little bit too much? I can see how he fumbled so many times at Washington State.
But see, I want to say yeah, but is it because I just have a hard time believing that the FAMU defenders had that good of coverage on our receivers. But I'm just wondering if maybe it's a combination of both, hanging on to the ball too much, and maybe these pass routes are a little too long in development. I don't know. But
That's gonna have to
yeah,
speed up because
yeah,
we're gonna start
exactly.
getting better competition and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to get that clock to where, okay, after, X amount of seconds, I gotta get rid of it. It's either, fight or flight. But yeah, he did put himself in some interesting situations with, holding on and trying to extend the play as long as possible. You know.
before
Uh
anybody comes here, we're not saying this team is horrible. We're just
no,
being
no, no.
completely nitpicking, right? We're just
Yeah.
nitpicking, and we're just trying to see what could be better. Because last week we were dead quiet. We didn't know what to say, right?
Right,
I was like,
right.
oh, special teams of field goals and the DBs were handsy. This week I'm like, hey, O line, penalties,
Right.
the running lanes. Number 11 can't catch a damn ball, right?
Hmm.
Um, and
Well,
we know that we have a good team, right? So before
oh
anybody's like,
yeah.
oh, these
Yeah.
guys are
Yeah.
anti-Marvin, no, we're
No, no,
just
no, 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 no,
nitpicking,
no.
trying to, you know.
I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it. Uh and again, if you're going to if you're going to do if you're going to be sloppy, or if you're going to make your mistakes, it's good to do it in a game like this. Robert Bogert, appreciate you being here. Uh but so far after 2 weeks, I will say that
I have a
I
question for Robert. What he said, this Miami team is almost there. What does he see that for him to say, "Oh, we are there," versus saying we're almost there? If he could reply. Sorry to
uh
interrupt you, John.
no, 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 it's quite all right. It's quite all right. Uh but while we wait on that, and this is what I was talking about the other night. You know what happened last week happened last week. I know a lot of there was a lot of happiness and joy in Gainesville. Okay. A lot of people got excited based on that. And some people may have kind of created some crazy expectations. You know what I mean? I go back to what I've said before in the past, all the talking, you know? Oh, but yeah, I think in this let's see. He says he's seen every quarterback from Toretta to Kelly. Cam Ward is different. And I agree.
Yeah.
We said that last week. You know, I haven't seen a quarterback like this. I'll take it back to Jim Kelly. Oh, here he is, the man with the blueprint.
What's up?
Hey, Roo, the guru. Hey, man, what? Did they find another set of blueprints or what?
Huru, Heru the Guru. What happened to that? I want to hear your opinion about the old line, Mister Heru the
Oh, I
Guru.
loved it. I loved
What?
it. It was pretty much the backup line, getting some good playing time in there. Bell, you had
So how did Bell look
Dude.
like? Let me ask you a question. How did Bell look like?
I mean, it was his first start. You feel me? So this is the depth. This is our depth game. And then you got to imagine when you got two new linemen, you don't got the chemistry as. So that was a little workout, but he still had. He started out 6 for 6, 6 different receivers, man. What are you?
I ain't talking about the quarterback. I'm talking about the offensive line, Mister Heru the Guru.
The running attack ain't look better than you.
Ah man, number
I mean,
61,
the
number
stats gonna
70,
show you. Let's look
60
at
and
these
70
stats.
look like a turnstile, bro.
That was an entire second string line. Some of the third string didn't even play.
So why did the third team or second team D line didn't look, so delayed?
I mean, they scored 9 points. They held them
Yeah,
the whole line
that
stand.
D
They
line
give
was
up
eating.
no touchdowns. I mean, if you don't think, I mean, this is football. If you think you're gonna shut a team down for nothing, then I don't know. You haven't played football.
No, studio. I'm saying that D line was damn near. I'm not gonna say perfect, but they were pretty effing good. That O line, you could see drop off on that O line. So
Well,
why is there a
I
drop off in
mean,
the O line
well
and there's no drop
because
off in
the
the D
offensive
line?
line has to communicate and know who's gonna do what. The D line guy got to do that. They just go fill a gap and go. So that's a whole big old story. But I liked it as the line started playing together. They were started to look a lot better.
I don't know, bro. We
Now,
seen two
you
different
talk
games.
about in the, I mean, they got that one sack against it because Bell got beat on the outside a little bit. Other than that, they held ground. Ain't no way Cam would have been that. Look at them stats. I mean, he sat back here and carved them. I mean, I like that Cam Ward played today better than the Florida game. Because he stood in the pocket. He didn't have to run around and do all the fast though. He stood in the pocket and scanned the field this time. I mean, it's 20 different receivers, bro. Come on, I never seen that. 20 different receivers, bro. What the hell? 20? 20? We talked about that, South Cocaine. That's your stat. 20.
Right,
Come on,
right.
man. Now,
Well,
now, now, I am concerned about Poffenberger because it don't seem like he could pass at all. But anyway,
What about
well,
number 11?
I mean, he redeemed himself from the Florida game. I mean, he had a couple of gritty catches. He ain't as advertised as the number one receiver. I agree, but I mean, he ain't disappointing, but he's not as advertised yet.
I don't know, bro. Once y'all see the game again, that O line was not. I'm not gonna. Let me see. Let me
the,
see.
well,
The tackles
Second
were
half,
not impressive at all, in my opinion.
well. I mean, what we okay.
the
Well,
whole
anyway,
I loved it. They got
uh,
That was McCoy, Carpenter, and
even
other big boy
Cristobal
number
was
73
a
that were
lot.
balling. But them tackles, I don't know about them tackles, man.
That's his first time starting.
I
Freshman.
don't give a damn.
And
You're
it's
a
a
10th time
freshman.
starter.
No freshman out there, boy.
That's FAMU against you're playing against. That ain't Florida
Right,
you playing
I
right.
against.
understand. I understand.
I mean,
That's just the game we supposed to get that. It's supposed to look a little ugly.
now as
Not
far
against
as
FAMU, bro.
Yeah, if you play second
as
and third string, yeah, sure. A little bit.
Your first string should not look like your second string. This is the problem that I had with Rutgers, right? We keep saying depth and we're good and this all that. Then we play against, another first team. It's oh, it's our first start and all. It's all the excuses start kicking in. Not trying to hear that. Not at
No,
Miami.
I mean, what he got to beat Mike maybe once or twice though. So I
No, try a
mean,
little bit more. You got to
how
be
many
more than
sacks we
once
well,
or
had? How
twice.
many sacks we had, Coast Coast?
It's not about sacks. It's the times of the pressures and how many times.
Okay, well, how many incompletions we had?
It's not about incompletion,
Well, then
studio. It's
what is
about
it about?
the D ends always fucking bending the corners on the damn number 70. Number 70 is horrible. He couldn't get his hands on that damn D end. He couldn't do
Wait
shit.
a minute. Boy,
Number
you must have
70.
just saw the two or three he got beat. You ain't seen some of the shit where he pancaked them dudes?
Yeah, when they put somebody else on his side.
Oh no, Cuban. Cuban, you a Debbie Downer.
Nah, I just don't like our offensive line coach, man. You can see the
You just
coaching.
gave him props last week. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
I
this
gave him
shit.
props last week, but when I see your second string struggling, and then I look at Jason Taylor and Salavea, he got them boys eating on D line, and the linebackers coach and the DBs coach. You know what I'm saying? When the third string and the fourth string linebackers and quarterbacks balling, and your fucking second string can't do the same thing, I don't know about that coach, man. I don't care what you tell me. You know what I'm saying? They got to be together and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I am not trying to hear that shit. If you cannot handle FAMU's defensive line, you got some issues, bro. As a second or third string, I ain't trying to hear that shit. He had
Hold
the
on.
defense
Hold on.
eating. Every
Don't
every
make me
every defense
hold on,
position
Cuban.
was balling.
Cuban, don't let me go dig up the sacks that they got on us the last time we played them.
That last time playing was 2019. Go ahead, look it up, man.
Don't let me go
uh
dig up
18.
the sacks Middle Tennessee State got.
Who was the coach? Who's the old line coach?
I'm
You
just
making my whole
saying.
point.
All I'm saying, my point is, these boys college players. You don't think, fam, you gonna get a sack? One? That's
I'm
disrespectful,
not
people.
talking about sacks. I don't.
Northern
Again,
Illinois just knocked off Notre Dame. This is a new
I'm
college
not.
era.
I
You
am
can't
not
take these
talking.
things off.
Our D line did not look fucking mid
What
as
you
fuck.
mean? Taylor Barron had 3 sacks.
Yeah,
He
and
looked like
and
Justice
Justin
Phillips.
Scott was
Uh,
balling,
uh, uh,
and Justin Scott, he's the second or third stringer was balling. I
you
saw
know
a
what,
Blunt
Cuban? I
back
know
there.
what you do.
I
You listen
saw
to the announcers
Marley
too
back
much.
there. Them
The
boys was
announcers
balling.
mentioned they ran up the middle. I was like, when? They only got that one little play up the middle.
That defense was balling. I'm not impressed by that sorry ass mirror ball. Get his sorry ass out of here, bro. Get somebody that Mario doesn't know. Get Mirabal out of this damn program. I don't give a damn what anybody tells
I'm
me.
gonna clip this because he's a
Well,
roller coaster.
No, I just don't
now,
like Mirabal.
He
well,
just
And
he
again,
what
everybody
I
thinks I'm hating.
just
I
maybe
just
you
don't
just
like
trounced him
one coach
last
on the
week.
staff.
now let's be honest now. Uh the starting offensive line was different from last week. Okay. You had Markel Bell in there. First time. He definitely needs more. He needs more work. He needs more development. He looked like I kind of expected him to kind of come out and look like that. I mean, I'm not saying he was garbage by no stretch of the imagination, but he still needs to, get a little more development, a little more coaching. He looked a little slow, but this is like I said, this is those games that you try to, see what you're working with. But I'm gonna tell you what, that fourth quarter offensive line, Hayru, that again, it was like watching the Pinstripe Bowl again.
So watch
You
this
know,
little trick, Jordan. Who got hurt game one? That we had Bain and our top DB that got hurt, right? Did
Mm-hmm.
we see any drop off with the defensive line or DBs? No. But you take out Rivers, there's a drop off. I'm not trying to
Right,
hear
right,
that.
right.
Oh,
No,
this is
Now,
no.
now,
Those will drop off at the DB play too now.
no. There was no drop off. Where did you see drop off at?
What, you ain't see them boy catching? Them boy got some catches, boy.
oh yeah, they had some blown coverages, but
What?
oh,
Because I was expecting to see blown covers like that at Florida compared to what I saw at FAMU. Let's say that.
yeah.
Nah,
But
get that
anyway, to
sorry old line
now,
coach out of here, bro.
now, I agree, Robert. Robert, I agree. We're not saying that Miami played a horrible game. I think, and I don't want to speak for Cuban or Hayru, but for me personally, I thought the starting offense, the first team offense, first team defense did good. They did really well. And again, I said it before. FAMU, you got to give them some respect because again, this is not the FAMU that we all grew up and loved. Okay. My concern was going into this game is what do the backups look like? What does this depth look like? Get them some opportunities out there. See what we got. And the as far as the defense, fantastic. The offensive line, they just need more work. And I would have thought that the backup offensive line, these aren't true freshmen. Okay. These guys have been here for 2 seasons. You know, what's going on? That's all. But active that one-handed catch by that FAMU, that tight end. Oh, dude, that was freaking hilarious. That was just crazy. I'm like, son of a bitch, you know. But no, don't say that. We're not sitting here, you know, talking bad about the win or anything. It's just
I don't know.
I tell you right now, I just hope that we don't have. I hope that if we have any injuries on the offensive line, that whoever comes in
There you go.
is a little better. Okay, and then please don't put Poffenbarger in there. If unless Miami's up by like 3 or 4 touchdowns, then yeah, you could probably put Poffenbarger in there. But if something, God forbid, happens to Cam, just go straight to Emory. I'm just saying. But I mean, again, overall, yeah, it was a good game. You know, I thought, you know, there was some hiccups here and there, but you know, it wasn't anything serious. But then again, you know, when Miami does play FAMU or Bethune or whatever, it's usually the same story.
This is funny because it's this the same thing when we played Southern Miss year 1, and I saw our old line and I got on his ass. Everybody got on me, and I was a hater. I was like, man, what Southern Miss was doing to our old line back then, I was like, oh, we got problems. When I'm telling you right now, number 61 needs to move into guard. 70 needs a red shirt year, and I don't know. You know, Rivers
You
has
don't
to
need
stay
no
healthy.
red shirt
He
year.
needs a red shirt year. He doesn't know how to use his arms or his legs.
It's
He needs a
hard to
red shirt.
start at tackle, bro. Left tackle at that. You see how Francis struggled a bit last year at right tackle.
He's still struggling this year. He's a guard. He's not
Wait
a
a minute,
tackle.
man. You just crowned our line last week. I'm gonna love beating Cuban up all
Oh no,
week
yeah.
after
Last
week.
week was like I said, but I'm telling you, what I saw today is the same thing I saw against Southern Miss.
No,
I got.
no,
I'm
sir.
telling you right now. Them D. If we have a,
No,
if
sir.
Tyler Barron was playing against Marigoa and Bell, he would fucking eat.
No.
All right, we'll see. Remember,
They already done been through that. The offense was whipping them most of the time in the camp. I don't want to hear that.
did you see any camp games, practices?
Hey man,
All right then.
I believe in the
Hey,
old. I know you don't believe in the Mario system, so
hey,
No, I
hey, hey,
do. I just don't believe in the mirror ball system. Get that
no,
sorry ass out of here. I believe in the Mario system. I don't believe in the mirror ball system.
I got
Get that trash out. I mean,
hey,
I got this is how you Mario groupies, right? I clearly gave him credit for the whole defense, but you Mario groupies, get offended when I talk about his offensive line, right, and his
or
homeboy
or or the administration.
or the administration, right? But you Mario groupies, you got selective hearing, but
But
zero there.
I mean, again, as long as everybody stays healthy, I mean, it's going to be fine.
I mean, facts.
I hope that they look at the tape, the film. I'm assuming they'll probably do film watching tomorrow, and then Monday morning or whenever their next practice is, they're like, all right, guys, here's what we need to work on. Talking about the second team. And hopefully, I mean, because like I said, the second team offensive line, these aren't freshmen. These aren't kids that were just coming out of high school. Oh.
And my thing, because I'm watching the Bama South Florida game, right?
Uh-huh.
Milrow, Bama has a great offensive line, big as hell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if Milrow didn't have those legs, that speed, he would have been sacked a lot. So, we're playing against USF in 2 to 3 weeks. I forgot when it is, right?
2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah. So, Merrill really doesn't have time to throw the ball. So that's why I'm really focused about this offensive line,
Well,
man.
I don't know why though. He
All
got
right.
2 sacks for 16 yards.
Against
Okay.
FAMU.
Yeah, I mean, one was when he spent the wrong way, he got beat. Okay. That ain't nothing. 26 for 33, 3 touchdowns in the air and one on the ground. What are you talking about?
All right. Just watch USF D line. They're not FAMU's D line. That's a whole different beast.
What do you mean? Collier had 5 rushes for 31 yards. Dean had 6 for 27. Wow. Such a huge running attack.
I said I said our DC. This is how you Mario groupies are selective hearing. I clearly said our defensive line was balling. I clearly said that. I said
I heard you say something about our run too, defense.
no, 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 no. I never said that. This is how you Mario
Mm-mm.
groupies do things. You put things, in place. I clearly said that Taylor and Salavea
But let
are
me ask you a
doing a
question. How you
great
get
job
324 passing, and 225 rushing?
because you're playing a
What is
team that's
that?
way below you. No,
Well,
you're looking at the
you playing
numbers.
ain't play good though.
Yeah, but studio, you're looking at the numbers. You're not. It seems like you didn't watch the game.
I watched I watched it
No, no,
all.
no. If you watched the game, you would have seen what I seen. You
But
was watching the
all I
stats.
saw was 2 plays where we got beat. That's it.
Yeah, you were watching just the numbers
Out
and
of
clicking them.
70 plays, and you crying up and you worried about 2 plays. You ready to fire a coach?
Oh,
Ain't
no,
no
no.
two plays. You saw the two plays. There were more than two plays that I saw.
What? What you win? 2 plays of what?
A bunch of times. There was a lot of times that he had to
I
scramble
mean,
out and throw the
do you
ball out.
know Cam Ward would have down there went perfect? All those missed passes were drops.
All right. Again, you're looking at stats, and
But I'm just
you didn't
saying
watch the
though,
game, man.
four of them was drops, so he should have been 30 for 33.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no. We're not. Again, I can't speak for Cuban,
No, I'm
but
just trying to
we're
figure
not.
out where's he
The,
finding his bad offensive line play at when your
in the
quarterback.
fourth quarter,
Oh
when the
wow,
second
Illinois
team
beat
come in,
Kansas.
What about it?
Oh, I mean, I thought again for the first 3 quarters, I thought the O line did fantastic. I thought Markel Bell, considering, he seemed to get better as the game went on. Am I saying he is he should be a starter? No, but he has room to improve. But I mean, as the game progressed, he seemed to have gotten a little better. My concern is the drop off between that first team offensive line that we saw in the first 3 quarters and that second team / third team offensive line we saw in the fourth quarter.
Well, even then
that's
it
all.
didn't look that bad because we ran the ball good. We were running the ball down, but he kept letting Poppin throw little screen. And then Poppin, hold on. The reason why, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Poppin, the reason why our offensive line looked kind of, he's so antsy. I said, why you jumping out the pocket? That was Cam. He would have stayed right in there.
No.
He's
I
scared.
mean, Well, that's because the offensive line was getting pushed around.
Well, it was a couple times.
And
Cristobal
again,
got
I
pushed
know
back.
it's the second
That
team.
was
I
third.
know
No,
that.
that was third
I,
string line.
yeah, I
So
know that. But what I'm saying is that's the only concern I had. I would have thought they would have been a little bit more fundamentally sound, so to speak. I mean, Samson was getting
Big,
pushed around.
Watch
no,
this.
but you ain't see Big Salmon push them boys in for that touchdown too.
So
I saw
I'm
it,
gonna
but
go back. I'm going
Y'all
back to
just
my little
focus on
theory.
bad plays.
no,
But there's
no,
only two
no,
or three
no.
sprinkled bad plays when that man got 20 good plays.
No. Yeah.
He's out
I mean,
more.
now you're talking about where they were like at the 1 yard line and you had like damn near 90% of the offense just standing there watching while Allen went in. I didn't
Let me
see
go back
much
to.
pushing. I didn't see much pushing, but I understand what you're saying,
He's
hey,
right
but I'm
behind
just saying,
Sampson.
I just,
Mr. Haru the Guru, right? I'm gonna go back to my theory of last year. How many catches that are starting tight ends have?
When? Today?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
I don't know how many total, but they
Two.
were featured.
Two.
They only had
So
two.
you know what so what happened again is we had to help them boys out on tackles because they were getting their ass whooped.
No, sirree.
Yes, sirree.
Stop lying. You're lying.
They had two
there.
catches. Two. 1-2.
How
Well,
many
let's see.
that last
Okay. All right. Lofton had 2 catches for 3
No, but that
yards.
was at the end. That was at the
Yeah,
fourth
okay.
quarter.
Williams had the 1 catch. Arroyo had the 1 catch. Boom.
Wiley Williams,
Yeah.
Arroyo. Yeah.
Right.
Tight ends were killing it tonight with 2 fucking catches. Yeah, right, Jay Active. They were killing it tonight with 2 catches.
That's what I was talking about earlier with these pass routes and the long developing passing routes. I mean, I was hoping to see some underneath tight end stuff based on what we saw last week.
It's funny. You guys want to use stats when it fits your narrative,
Wait a
but when
minute,
the
though.
stats go against your narrative, it's a whole different story, huh?
So, no, that don't mean. Listen, that don't go against the narrative because I don't have a narrative to want to have to throw to my tight ends every game. Y'all just want to see the tight end because he omitted them last year. But that don't mean every game the plan has to be tight end play.
But
No.
I mean, the tight end is an intricate part to the success of a passing game. I mean, if the tight end is utilized properly, like it has been in Miami football history, like if you got all these 20+ yard passing routes, okay, if you just have the running back or especially the tight end just kind of sit there, underneath, that could help out. I'm just saying. Or even if it's like a little 10-yard, 15-yard up the middle, whatever. I'm just saying the tight end could be a very good safety valve. But, again, the tight ends were utilized more today than they were last year.
I think Miami fans, I think the 20 years y'all been through, y'all ain't gonna never be happy.
No,
I think y'all gonna win a national championship and y'all gonna complain about that.
Again, this
No,
how you this how you Mario
No,
fanboys
because
get,
y'all
right?
are afraid that any little thing on the
No,
field that looks funny is a meaning it's gonna revert back to your 20 years of beating.
no. I thought it was a good game. I really do. I'm just concerned if we get into one of them dog fights, and I'm concerned about, okay, what if that injury bug starts to hit vis-a-vis 2022?
I mean,
I would put it like this.
every team has to worry about an injury bug as it hits them hard. But
No,
what I will,
I'm gonna put it like this. What we need to worry about for our depth, where we do not have any depth, that's quarterback and offensive line. Everywhere else on our team we have depth, but
we got depth
offensive
at
line
line
and
too, bro.
QB we are screwed.
We got depth at line too. So
Uh,
you got to remember, we're not going to have to replace an entire unit.
Right.
So if a guard go down here or there, we got somebody to plug in, and as long as the river go down, I'll be all right with Bell.
I would not be all right with Bell
I,
with real
I, I
competition. I'm
no,
not comfortable with
now
Bell
if
with
we
real
had
competition.
Poppenberger,
I'm
then
not
then
comfortable
yeah,
with comp. I'm
those two
not.
elements. But when you got Cam, I mean, come on, bro.
We have six deep on that offensive line.
Hold
Between
on, you can't. Did
right
you see what he had at Washington State?
who?
Did you see what he had at Washington State? The
I
offensive
don't
line.
give a damn what he had. I
All I'm
don't care.
saying is,
Everybody, I don't care what you did at your other school because everybody was saying that Sam Brown was great at Houston
Houston.
and
ain't nobody
and
was saying nothing about that.
oh
No,
boy,
no, no, Cuban. I'm
oh
not going
boy,
to
you must
allow
not
you to
have
be
heard. He
Debbie
was
Downer and find
people.
anything to complain.
People were
No.
saying
Nobody said nothing
studio.
about
People
and
were
He
saying people were saying he was our best receiver on this team
I don't care
he
what
according
was
to
people are saying. Why
practices.
are you concerned about people?
I'm
Why,
going to what people were saying that he was the best receiver on
that
this
was
team.
people.
I ain't
I
trying to
mean,
hear.
We don't care.
they basically called him the Jerry Rice from
He
Houston.
ain't gonna be perfect on the portal either.
I
You know,
know. No,
Poffin,
Okay.
but
Poffin,
my whole point is
you know,
I'm not trying to use what you did at your past school because what do you do at Miami is what I care about. I don't give a damn what you did at your past school.
you know,
You could have won a Heisman at Washington State, Houston, or Marshall. Look, I don't give a damn. Do it at Miami.
I think Poffenbarger could be a good little running back.
Nah, Poffenbarger need to move his ass to FAU or FIU.
Look, we got. Let's see. I've been watching the chat, but I've been letting y'all talk because this is fun. Slay Ground Mike. I don't know if you're still here, but the Rock wasn't really packed like that was the big thing this week. Pack the Rock, but it wasn't packed. Do I need to wait for ticket information? Well, you could probably just go to the university website, but no, it wasn't packed. It wasn't like the Notre Dame of 2017.
Okay.
But
I got a fact.
Say what?
No, I'm talking about Justin Scott. I ain't know you got a fact.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, it was, is the game overall was good. It really was. It really was.
They got my minimum point mark. I said if we get in the 50s, I'm all right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was
now again,
that they didn't get over 14. I'm happy they ain't get a touchdown. To me, that's
yeah. And honestly, a lot of, they probably should have only had maybe 3 points if that. But
They should have scored a touchdown. If you really think about it, when they made it all the way down to the 1 yard line, and then they really had a touchdown, but we escaped one there.
But
no, they didn't, because that defense was finna hold up. That defense wasn't finna give up that touchdown. See how you Debbie Downer? You don't believe in your defense, as you say.
No, they want to one. They want to inch your. They want to inch your line. They want to inch your line, and
it would have been a good opportunity to see what the defense would have done.
Yeah,
seriously, honestly, because
you did see they didn't give up a touchdown.
I'm talking about that short distance. The when they got down to that 1 inch line, I kind of like to have seen what the defense would have done, honestly, because it's one of those situations that you don't want to be in, but if you're going to be in it against the FAMU, okay, where the game's not on the line, kind of see how it looks. I mean, they probably would have stopped them. They may not have stopped them, but it's a lot better for those scenarios to play out now against a team like FAMU instead of, you're 11-0. There's 10 seconds left in the game against Syracuse, and you're only up by like 5 points, and they're on that 1 inch goal line trying to score. That's all I'm saying. I mean, hypothetically say it, but I'm just saying.
I'll be interested to see what the PFF grace for the offensive line was this game compared to last.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. Oh, I can't wait for that one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, that's cool and all. They could come out with the PFF, ABC, whatever, but what I saw that second string offensive line get pushed around. I think nephew still got his skates on. He's even got the little pom poms on him too.
I don't know how y'all seen it get pushed around.
I saw the
They
whole
didn't have a
line get
perfect
pushed around.
game, but
I mean, I'm just saying I would have expected a little bit more fundamentally sound. I'm not saying they've been like, first round caliber offensive line, but they, somebody the size of Samson shouldn't be getting pushed around. Somebody the size of nephew should not be getting pushed around like that.
Kinsley.
what do y'all consider?
Captain Antonio should not be getting pushed around like that against an FCS school. That's all I'm saying. Now, if it's a Division I Power 5 conference school, okay, you have pretty good defensive guys. Hell, why isn't this second team offensive line going up against the first string defensive line in practice? That's all I'm saying is, we don't rebuild, we reload. You ain't doing it on the offensive line. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Because this is the same thing that happened in 2022 when those injuries started happening on the offensive line. Same thing. I'm just saying, and again, if these were just brand new, just come out of high school or whatever, okay. But these guys on this offensive line room have been here for at least a season. They've been allegedly coached and developed for the last season by the same coach. And I stand by what I've said before. Mirabal just wishes he was half the coach Art Kehoe was. And I'm going to leave it at that.
And there is a prominent former Miami Hurricane offensive lineman that said that the techniques that they're showing the offensive line, it's weird. All right. But, people consider him the best offensive lineman, ever to step in the foot of Miami. He's a campus. But, he said what, old Mirabal does is a little bit weird, but we have the Mario fanboys like Studio going to defend him at all costs.
And again, I mean, whatever's happening with the first team offensive line needs to be happening. Whatever they're doing for those guys, they need to do it for the other offensive linemen. That's all I'm saying. And I hope like hell we don't have to put in any of those second string. Because I can tell you right now, Sampson, I would have thought for sure he'd be starting by now. Okay. The Captain Antonio dude. Hey, Miss Ellen, how you doing? I would have thought, they would, because let's face it, a lot of these, you see all the, when we come to the recruiting and national signing day, oh, we have this, 3-star commit to Miami. Woohoo! 3-star. Okay. 4-star, 5-star. And then when you see this stuff on the field, it's like, it's the same song and dance.
And you know what's funny? You know that our D-line, according to the stars, right, we have the most 3-stars in the offensive line.
Exactly. And then when we say anything bad about the offensive line, I'm not picking on you, Q. I'm not picking on you, Hayru. I'm picking on
Hayru.
But, it's
y'all Debbie Downers, bro. But go on.
No. Because
it's not Debbie Downers. It's just looking at what's
I'm trying to figure out how y'all saying they got pushed around. I mean, give me these examples for real.
Go look at the damn game, Studio.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at the game.
No, don't look at the stats, man.
Don't look at stats. No, you got to see the product on the field.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't think I watched that game? Like y'all watched it?
I don't think because you keep referring to the stats. If you saw the game, that's why I asked you.
No,
What do you
but
think
I'm
about
trying.
number
No,
70?
because I came in. I didn't even watch the
I
damn
put it to you
stats
this way.
until
It looks
y'all
it
went to
looks
talking and crying like this.
it looks to me like nephew bought the whole second team offensive line a pair of skates before the season started this year. I'm just saying. And I mean, I know this is completely off topic. But all we hear in the off season is how great this recruit is, how great this transfer is, even though he's a 3-star or he was this or that. We get told and fed all this hype and all this bullshit about how great they are. And then you got some of us who sit here and say, but he's a 1-star. He didn't do this. He does. No. But then when they get on the field and then we say, hey, y'all said Samson was this 5-star stud that was going to be the next Mount McKinney. But he's turned out to be another Seantrell Henderson.
Nah, Seantrell was good. Don't do that.
I know. I'm just being
Shit,
funny. I just want to see if y'all. I just want to see if y'all were listening. But what I'm getting at, they,
Seantrell, I didn't say he was great. Seantrell was good.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to compare Bell, his first start, to no Centrell Henderson.
No, and I'm not. But what I'm getting at is, again, this is, my concern. It's just a concern, okay, is that second team offensive line has been here for at least a season and a half, or this is their second season. So what are they being taught? How are they being developed?
And to all you Mario, for all you Mario groupies, right? There is depth at every position outside of 2. Quarterback and offensive line. I don't care what he tells me. Hey, there is no depth in the offensive line or quarterback, and we have an offensive line coach. I am not trying to hear.
You got 2 offensive line, got 2 of the alleged best offensive line teachers in the world, and I ain't seeing it.
I don't know what the hell y'all looking at.
Go look at the game again, man. Go look at the game again.
Because if be honest, I watched the game.
Go look at the game.
And to be honest with you, defensive line played worse than the offensive line.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
25 to 6 at halftime.
No, they did not.
Offensive line marched down the field every possession.
No, they did not.
Not in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter?
We're talking about the second team. The second team, not the first team.
Okay,
well, the first team is okay.
I ain't even that wasn't even the first team. The first team was actually really the second team. It was 2 starters ain't started on the line. Rodriguez was out. Rivers was out. The whole left side was a second string.
But they did pretty good though. I'm talking about that's
we got to go to third string to even nitpick. And what did they do so bad? They had one sack.
I'm talking about the fourth quarter.
Okay,
the fourth quarter when you had the whole basic second, third team.
And 2 tackles for loss. 1 sack. Because that first sack was Cam Ward.
Right, but the fourth quarter.
Y'all nitpicking.
I'm not nitpicking.
Y'all ain't on the bandwagon. Y'all still think we the same Miami.
Jordan is being nice. Jordan is saying the fourth quarter. I'm saying that first string offensive line.
Fourth quarter, we were running the ball better than we were the first half.
We
all right, okay. Hold up.
So I'm calling you guys out because y'all claim they had such a bad game. Where? Y'all say watch the game. I watched it. Show me these particular plays where you say, "Oh, damn, he got pushed back into the quarterback." You just saying fourth quarter. When?
They got pushed back. The defensive line was pushing them back in the fourth.
How?
I'm watching these other games, but I'm purposely gonna put them in the
game. If that was the case, they would have 5 sacks. 5, 6, 7
let me. Okay.
What? Where? You guys are blind.
No,
And y'all
no, no, no,
lying
no,
on
no, 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 no,
Mario.
no, no.
And I'm calling
No,
y'all
no, no,
out
no, no.
right now.
How many? What's Miami's record right now for 2024?
2-0.
2-0, right? So they played 2 games this season.
And do you see the quarterback's numbers?
And how many
Again,
games
you're
has
looking
Miami
at
played?
stats, man.
He's
You're looking at stats.
nearly 74%. How do
Mhm.
you do that with bad line play?
The line was doing pretty good for him tonight until they got to the fourth quarter when Cam came out and they put the backups in.
And I
And
did,
that's
you
what
know,
we're
I
talking
disagree
about.
on Jordan that one.
MCF quarterback in that made it look a little bit skewed.
All I'm saying is if we have to go to the back, any backups on the offensive line, it's
We're
going to be
perfectly
interesting.
fine if we do.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
What?
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to be 2022 all over again.
Y'all liars.
And Cam
Y'all
going to be
wanna
running
be-
for
y'all
his life.
beat
I'm just
Colts ahead.
I'm
I'm
just
leaving
telling you what I
y'all
saw.
behind. This bandwagon is leaving. Y'all don't believe. Stay back in the past.
Not staying in the past.
That's
Well, I mean, I'm staying in the past from the fourth quarter that was just played about 2 hours ago.
Pull up some of these.
And again, how many? Again, we're only 2 games in.
You.
They
Give
beat
me
Florida.
5 highlights
And-
of the line getting beat, as y'all say they were getting beat.
And
You won't show me one. Other than that, with them 2 sacks, you won't show me one.
Hey, Roo.
Man,
I'm only talking.
lying.
I'm only talking about the fourth quarter, sir.
I'll
That's
leave.
all I'm talking about. The first 3 quarters look. The first 3 quarters look pretty good considering. Yes, Markel, Mr. Bell.
Not me.
Okay.
I'm saying
But
otherwise.
I'm just saying the fourth quarter to me was like, oh my God, did Nephew hand out skates at halftime or something? Because in the fourth quarter, that offensive line was getting pushed like a narrative. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I have. If you want to say negative, it's more of a concern. That's all I'm doing. I'm just raising a concern. I'm not sitting here talking about the gameplay or anything.
I'm going to go back to the fourth quarter. I want to see who these guys were.
I'm
if this is a third string, I'm going to call y'all liars.
No, you call it.
You have to go to our third string for a line and say, oh, we ain't got no backup. If somebody get hurt, we're in trouble. When we got a full second string that's playing like a first string.
Let me be
full second string left side that look like a first string Power 5 line that any team will give and say, give me Bell. Give me such and such.
Let me be very clear.
Y'all been stuck in the past.
Let me be very clear. Bell, I'm not enjoying. Jordan is being nice. I'm telling you the way it is. Bell needs a red shirt year. Marigoa needs to be pushed inside because the 2 tackles for this game sucked. I don't. And Jordan is saying third and fourth string. They just watch the game, studio. You ain't watch the game. You're watching.
So you're saying if your tackle get beat one time in the game, you gonna say he sucked?
No.
Bell gave up 1 sack.
Again, you're paying. You want to use stats for your narrative, right? When I say the defense was eating, I say that, hold on. When I say the defense was being a beast,
I can't wait till the PFF grades come out.
Oh yeah,
if your grades are better than Rivers, you better apologize right before the television set.
I honestly,
week against Florida.
I'm just going by what I saw on the field. That's all. I'm just looking at the product.
No, the thing is, it better be better than Rivers because you played a fucking lower competition. It better be better than Florida. It better. If it's not, we got major issues. It better be better. It better be better.
Look at him.
I don't want to hear it be equal or less than. No, it better be better.
I got you. That was a good move.
It
better be better. I ain't trying to hear no excuses.
I shouldn't use that one. That was an error.
Oh my gosh.
He found a way. Yeah, Cuban got
don't find a way. It's better be better. Like I told you, I could out-debate you anytime.
He played a great game. Gave up one little sack and the little man got right like, oh, so I didn't know he was gonna be that quick.
Against FAMU.
Right. But
Florida. You don't think the boy got against FAMU? The boys, oh Lord,
Family
what
had
we
a
talking
big.
about them?
They have a big offensive line, but the defensive line
They
was not
did.
like that.
No, there
The
weren't.
defensive
But that
line
offense.
nice too.
No, no, it's not. Not like their offensive line. Their
Man,
offensive line is
them
nice.
boy don't want how many straight?
You look,
I,
you
I
see, you keep going
Oh,
back to
I
12
think
stats.
more
I didn't realize that they had lost. I didn't know they played USF last year, but that's the only team they lost to last year. I mean, they won the SWAC undefeated, and then they won the Heritage Bowl against Howard. So I mean, I believe they had a bunch of transfers in. Matter of fact, that quarterback for FAMU, I think he was
from
at
FAU or something. FIU or something.
FIU, FAU, one of
And he
those,
nice.
you know. And then I mean, they like I said the other night, you had to respect them. This wasn't just some FAMU that we grew up and loved, but this was a pretty legit team. I think they could probably give at least half of the ACC teams right now a very good game, if not beat them.
No, hell no,
Shh, hush.
No,
no.
no, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. No.
Florida beat
But
them.
there was no
I think it
reason
was just a
why.
little more sloppy game because they
I'm
played
good.
so many, second and third streamers. They ain't got the same, when you
Coaching, development,
no no cohesiveness
practice
as far as
time.
just going in and out the game logistically. It ain't had nothing to do with the skills a lot of times. A lot of times they running in, don't know who, don't know the play. Oh shoot, oh I'm in, and they don't know the play, and yeah, you're gonna look a little step slower sometimes when it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But you the first
Well,
string,
Studio
and you're
first
on
quarter.
deck.
there's
You're on deck for sub. You on a different. You on
well,
a different little logistical plan when it comes to the. I play for when it comes to having the offense ready, defense ready. For you know what I'm saying, and the who going in first, opposed to who ain't finna play none that game, really. But
Studio
this was
first.
a game that
There's
was different, where that was opened up like everybody can play. So we gonna
but
do it like this.
it's
So you had a
but
little
re,
sloppiness.
you
Studio.
know
You asked me a question in the first quarter, 8 minute 43 second mark. Right, I'm watching the game right now. I'm gonna tell you all the times. Go to the 8 minute 43 second mark. And what the
Okay,
fuck was that shit? Right.
okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna- I'm gonna- I'm gonna call out all the times that.
I
uh,
need 5. You got 5. What he got
Oh, I'm gonna
smoked?
get five. I'm rewatching the game. I just started in the first. I'm in the first quarter, in the 8 minute 43 second mark.
Okay.
Right?
hey, what's up, Kyle? Good to see you again, buddy. But see,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, Hayru. I understand, but you know, whether regardless of what the play is, as an offensive lineman, a tackle, it's either going to be a run play or a pass play. Okay. And you have your run blocking and you have your pass blocking. But the thing is, when you're sitting there moving, your feet look like they're stuck in molasses in the middle of January, and this guy's just blowing right by you, pushing you around, and you probably outweigh the dude by at least a good 125. And then the biggest thing is the offensive line room has an excellent defensive line to go up against during practice and train and develop. Does the first team defensive line take reps against the first string offensive line and the second string offensive line and all the offensive line people to help them get better, to help develop them? Because if you just let the second team and third team only practice and scrimmage against the second and third team, how are you making anybody better? It almost seems like they should let the first team defensive line for Miami, them and the offensive line should spend about 30 minutes a day just going back and forth. That's what I mean, because if the offensive line for Miami, both starters and backups, if they can take care of blocking and containing the defensive line that we have, they'll be just fine. That's how it used to be. But I mean, the backup tackles, I just don't see how right now they got work to do. That's all I'm saying. And hopefully we don't need them. But it's only game 2 and you never know what's going to happen. Again, great game, great win. The team did great. I'm thinking about tomorrow. I mean, and God, what's going to happen next year? You know? And this year is good. It's great. It's going good so far. But, I've seen this before. It's only the second game of the year. Last year, we were 4 games in and people thought we were going to win the national championship. We just got to take a game at a time, man. Game at a time. We just got to improve on what happened. That's all. And maybe I am stuck in the past because, teams in the past from Miami wouldn't have done all this against the FAMU. But again, that's neither here nor there. What's up, workforce? But next week will probably be a whole different ball game. No pun intended. It's Ball State, gonna be a little bit better competition. What am I looking for? Curious. Well, first off, okay, good. LSU pulled out a 44-21 victory, so the wife won't be too upset. Oh man, Boise State all over Oregon right now. I mean, Mario built that team up, built that program up, and now look what they doing to it. Poor
that's
Mario.
Not his team anymore.
Well, he built that program.
I know, but he knows every time he do good, they give him credit. But now,
I'm just being funny. I see
Manny credit still.
I mean, the best, the guy you think is the best player on the team is Manny. He's a Manny player.
I'm just saying, so you can't say that. You can't say that ain't or Mario.
I mean, the best player on the team, according to the 2 best players.
I didn't say that it wasn't. I'm just telling you, you can't say that about Oregon. If you just,
I'm not saying about that. I'm not saying.
I'm saying
that's not Mario's team no more. I say if you're gonna give Manny credit for this. For his players now, you got to give Mario credit for those players over
there. I see Alabama woke up in the 4th quarter against South Florida.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was it's just too much depth, right?
Yeah.
And Alabama wore them down. They broke them.
I don't want to hear that.
Clemson seems to be taking care of business.
That would happen today. Because if it wasn't our depth, why didn't FAM keep it even closer? It was only 20. It was only, as the coach said, it was only 19 point or whatever point. Remember they interviewed FAMU coach? We're good. It's not a big deficit. We're hanging in there.
I mean, it was only 25. What was it? 25-6 at halftime.
I know it. So if it was such a bad performance, why did it even get worse as the game got better?
Well, what do you expect?
And they should have came back and almost won the game like Central Michigan did that year.
Right, but what do you expect the coach to say? Oh, well, they're kicking our ass.
It was different, for real.
But again, let's not forget, no disrespect to FAMU, but it is FAMU and they're an FCS school. Miami come out, they hung the 56 on them. They only gave up 9 points. Yeah, that is great. That is fantastic.
Beat us.
But I'm still concerned about the development of the offensive line room. That's all. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
I got you.
That's all. The defense is going to be. Oh my God, I am so anxious to see how this defense develops.
I'm concerned with secondary because
I'm not.
They're gonna have their. I mean,
see,
yeah, they had some
I was
blown,
seeing
some
some crossing route
miscoverages, but
issues again. Since y'all want to nitpick, I'm gonna show you what a nitpick for real that then. Since y'all want to give you some more, if y'all want some negativity to feed on,
no, we
pick
don't
on
want
those
any negativity.
cornerbacks.
Physical versus mental, a whole different
Yeah.
thing.
Look at now. Look at these stats, fam. You got they receivers. Hold on. Gassett, 5 for 61, longest 34. 1, 2. What's his name? K. Johnson had 2 for 17, 2 for 15, 1, 1. So they had about 7, 8 receivers catching ball, but that one guy was gassing us.
Studio's a stat
Well,
person. He doesn't watch the games. He watches the games.
I
I
He
mean,
watched the
watches the
yeah,
game,
stats.
but we
you
can't watch it now.
Studio,
So I'm going
studio.
over the
I know
stats.
what you do, studio. When you watch the game, you put the ESPN app on. You watch the gameplay. It's like, oh, that was a nice stat that they
No,
did. Oh, that
no,
was a nice
uh,
stat there.
no,
That's how you watch the games.
no.
I'm like,
game
nah,
casting it,
video ain't
but
working for me.
but
I'm watching the
no,
stats.
no, I mean, yeah, I mean the you had those couple of pass plays for good yardage on for Florida A&M, and you had one guy was wide the hell open, and then another guy he was open because there was a little just miscommunication on the coverage, and then of course you had the tight end with that one-handed catch, but I mean that's going to happen. Okay,
Oh,
that happens.
all right.
Okay,
So y'all
but
get that same little bit of benefit of the doubt to the line. Y'all a little bit
no,
extra.
no.
I
You're
think
getting
so.
that's a whole
And
that's
and
apples and oranges, man. Apples and
how?
oranges. Apples and oranges.
Why you say that? How is that bizarre?
Because when you have an offensive tackle going up against a defensive tackle, you're right there, one on one, face to face, maybe off shoulder or something, but you're right there and you go at it. Okay. When you're in pass coverage, whether you're a receiver or a defender, well, there's a lot of things in play. You may be in a cushion, you may be in a press. The receiver could kind of juke and go. You could have the receiver stacked up. I mean, there's a lot of variables when it comes to that. But when
14,
it comes to go ahead.
That's the 14:55 minute. They put a tight end in my goal side to help his ass out. Shit is funny.
It's,
But
Shit is
I
funny.
mean,
that was one play. Then it took you a
No.
long time
I'm
to
on number
find. You've
two,
been
bro.
watching for a while now. I
I'm on
got
number
one. I
2
got one report from you. 8:43. You
at
don't watch 30
15:55.
minutes of it. It ain't
15:55.
heard nothing else. Then you finally get
15:55
to
in the
laugh
second
at one
quarter.
play. Stop it, Cupid. Stop
15:55 in
it.
the second quarter.
no,
I'm not
look,
gonna let you do it.
You
I
told me to
You in
give.
the
I'm
second
giving it to
quarter
you.
now? Wow. 8:43 in the first. You waited in the second. You almost at halftime. I got one report for you.
I mean, you do know that FAMU gets the
Where's
ball as
your
well too,
report
right?
set?
You do know that FAMU
Getting the
gets the ball
F
too. They
right
got to
now.
play
You didn't
offense.
turn in your homework. I needed 5 reports from you. You got one, and you almost at halftime. Come
No,
on.
I got 2 already. I told you 2.
Okay. Okay, 2. Cool.
You do
oh
know
my
FAMU gets the ball
gosh.
as well, right? This is not just a one-sided thing, right? They got to play offense as well.
I understand all that.
Yes,
This
indeed.
motherfucker is slow. 13:40 mark in the second half. This motherfucker is slow.
Who?
Hmm.
Bell. Get that shit
I
out of
mean,
my face. He needs a
what's
red
up,
shirt.
But
travel?
Bell was playing
What's up,
guard,
traveling
really.
fools?
He was
No,
supposed to
I
be
Bell
mean,
was
playing
playing
guard.
hey,
tackle.
There's a
if
little different beats out there with them
we
speed
can
and rushers
now,
now.
we can go play by play if you want to. I got the written stats here on play by play. We can go through each play of the whole damn game if you want to. I'm just saying.
1301. 1301. And do not look at the final result of the play. I'm looking at individual play. I gave you three times already.
Thir- Are
I
you
only
in the
got 2
first?
time
Are
slots.
you in the first
8:43 and
quarter or
13:01.
second?
Right now I'm in the second quarter.
Okay.
14:48 and 13:01.
All right.
Motherfucker's a turnstile. And I know you're like, oh, but we scored a touchdown. I'm not talking about the results of the play. I am talking about the individual play.
Wow. He could play on a touchdown play. Is that what I'm hearing?
And I see, that's I knew you were gonna
He
say
sound
that.
like a coach for real. I know he's going to touchdown, but you
I'm
ain't
talking
pretty
about the
probably
touchdown.
me.
I'm not talking about
Oh
a
my
touchdown.
goodness.
All right, I'm gonna change the subject right here, right now. I'm gonna change the subject.
Yeah, Studi's getting
All
cooked.
right, no. Just gonna change the subject. We know that we just need to get a little bit more time working on that offensive line, second string. Oh, okay. Ray on punt return.
I'm done with the Ray hype.
What? What are
I'm
you
done with
talking
the
about?
Ray hype.
You just hate him because
No,
he got a bunch of yards. What are you talking about?
no,
Look how
no,
many yards he
no,
got in the
no,
punt
no,
return.
no. What
He
bunch of
got a lot
yards
of
he
yards when
got?
it comes to punt return. You nitpicking. Nah,
What
you got
bunch
to
of yards
believe
he
Ray
got?
Ray's a beast. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that
He
shit.
a
He's a
beast.
beast. He's a beast. You see
Can't
how many yards he got in the punt returns? He's a
not that
beast.
many.
He got some. He got punt return. Let me see. What's his stats?
I
Trash.
mean, he just. I mean,
He too antsy.
I, yeah. I
And he
mean, I'm
looks
kind of.
scared out there.
He a beast.
He is not a beast.
He definitely
He's
needs some
falling
more.
into the depth chart.
He definitely is going to need a little bit more time in the simulator. But I think if he could ever bust free, he
Sam
might do
Brown doing a
something.
lot better than him now.
He's averaging
Wow.
9.3 yards per punt return. Come on now, you're just a hater.
9.3, whoopie doo.
I'm not want to hear that shit. You a hater.
9
He's
yard punt return.
9.3. He's a beast.
Nine, come on,
That's
man.
how you sound, studio.
Please. Would be
Now
he ain't caught a touchdown yet. Dropped the other one last week.
I mean I'm hoping that
I mean,
that
he
missed
muffed
punt.
the punt today.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that was just an anomaly. I hope that doesn't.
I'm done with the Ray
I hope
hype.
I hope it doesn't come back to.
Finally agree to
I
something.
ain't saying I'm
But
giving up on the man, but they wanted him so bad instead of Xavier. They wanted Xavier to go to the transfer portal. They wanted Ray. I said, man, they don't know what the hell they looking at. I'm glad they don't get uh oh my God.
well, I mean, there has been a lot of talk both ways,
Why you think
but
JoJo Trade and Nye Carr kind of really gonna get pretty much get the field on the field before him?
oh, like I said earlier, I would have liked to have seen JoJo and Nye out there with somebody other than Poffenbarger under center. I
Some of
would have
that
liked to have seen them go out there with Cam Ward under center,
I
or
want to
even
see
Emery
Bud Anderson, man. Dang.
or
So that
Judd.
Papa Bird
Nah,
ain't it.
Judd
But
Anderson needs red shirts. He needs a couple of red
You seen
shirts.
Papa Bird try to throw the ball and he just fall out his hand like he got a little big hand. I
Do
saw
you
it.
know that
that
Judd
was
Anderson
hilarious.
He
was
making it
moved?
look bad because we were supposed to have about 70 points.
You do know Judd Anderson was moved from varsity to JV his junior year, right?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of things, but
That's in
nobody
the
said anything
past. I
about
don't live
that.
in the past. This man is in the college now. He a grown man nearly.
Yeah, he got a long way to go, buddy. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I
long way to
wanted to
go.
see him. That's why I wanted to see him. This
Well,
was the game we get to see him.
I mean,
Nah,
again, it's only game 2, so I mean, you still got time to get some of these kinks worked out. And
I don't know what Cuban needed to see.
I said everybody played good outside of I saw
I think
two
you just
bad
need to
things.
give that line a benefit of the doubt.
I
First
ain't
of
giving that
all, you
line
gotta
no
understand
motherfucking
Bell.
benefit of doubt.
Because I think you got a discrimination against Mirrorball.
You can
So
call it
much
whatever you want.
because you were sad to give you crowned them last week, but I heard in your voice like,
Last week, yeah, because there
okay,
was tight ends
you
catching the
guys, I
ball.
give Maribel the credit, like you didn't want to do it. Now you found something to nitpick so you can strip the crown you
Uh,
gave him
you,
last
you're,
week.
you're spot on right. Last week was a whole different. You living in the past.
See,
You living in the past, studio. That was last week. This week is a whole different week.
and I'm telling you, this week
Not
You're
Workforce. I only hate
lying on
Mirrorball.
him.
I'm
You're
cool. I
lying
don't
on
like
the man.
Workforce. I don't hate Crystal Ball. I don't like Mirrorball. Get the sorry
First
ass
of
out
all,
of here.
Mirabal has nothing to do with Markel Bell learning to get adjusted to that speed on the outside. But when you a tackle, I don't give a damn if it's FCS. I don't care if it. Listen, for real. It don't matter if you like a FAMU or Ball State or something like that. If you got a defensive end that's fast, that's gonna get any tackle some problems.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, when it comes to the offensive line, Mirabal is that's who's responsible for the development and coaching of the offensive line is Mirabal. That's what he's getting paid to do.
Overrated.
Okay, and again, no disrespect to FAMU, but those defensive tackles and defensive ends were eaten up. They were just eating all day on that second string, second team offensive tackles.
How they were eating all day when you said just the fourth quarter. See, I
Well,
caught you
that's what
right
I
there.
mean the fourth
You guys
quarter.
are
When
lying.
I'm
You
not
said all day. You said they were eating all day. But
in
you
the fourth
said at
quarter
first,
with the
no,
second
no, you
team.
said they played great the first three quarters. They
The
played great.
first,
Only the fourth quarter they played bad. But they were
the
eating
second,
all day.
the
See how
second,
contradictory that is? And you
the
guys are liars. You're lying on your own Miami Hurricane. And I'm going to call you guys out every week. And it's going to be beautiful. Because I told y'all, it's the mirror ball blueprint. You don't know what that is? When he said at halftime, y'all boys ain't playing the standard. I give y'all a little bit of credit. Yeah, they weren't playing the standard. And guess what happened in that third quarter?
Yeah, see,
right.
you
But in the fourth quarter, the offensive
Blame it
tackles were
on the
getting their
young
asses
pup
ate up by the
when it was
FAMU
almost all
defense.
freshmen on the field.
And that's fine.
You
I'm just saying there's work to be done.
blaming
That's
on
all.
the young freshmen after a 56-9 defeat. Even them young freshmen didn't even give a touchdown. And you're going to blame it on those freshmen.
see the
I,
thing is,
I,
Studio thinks he's slick. Studio's
This
Studio's
Y'all
mixing up a
are
whole bunch of
calling
things.
for an offensive line coach's job right now. When
He is
we're about
horrible.
to go 12-0 into the playoffs. Look, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
No. So
See,
this is
Cuban,
so now hold
you
on.
called for
I want to
Mario.
clarify.
You called for his job
I call
just
for his
now.
job.
You
So
said the
let me be
offensive
very
line
clear.
coaches need to be gone now.
Let me be
In the
very
middle
clear.
of a 2-0
South
run.
Coast does not have the same thoughts as I do.
You
I
need
am
to be
Cuban.
ashamed, Cuban.
Cuban is saying
And I
Mirrorball
believe
is
you're
straight
cagey.
trash. Cuban is saying Mirrorball, not South Coast. Cuban says Mirrorball is straight trash. He got fucking Markel's Bell and Mavi going like a damn turnstile. Cuban said that Mirrorball is trash. Get his sorry ass out of here. Not Jordan. Jordan did not say that. South Coast did not. The guy sitting over there in Baton Rouge, he didn't say that. Cuban, the dude in South Florida said
I
that.
will reclip this on our way
Reclip
to
it,
our
take it.
playoff
I've been
run.
saying. I'll send you a video. I'll send you a video when I call Mirrorball
On their
trash.
first
Hold on.
start,
No, hold on. I'll tell you
great.
when I called Mirrorball trash
That's going to
after the
be
South.
evidence of the improvement Mirrorball puts on this as we go to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I
with the next
love it,
time with a
Cuban.
tight
Dig
end
your
blocking,
grave
remove
right
that damn
now.
tight end.
This will be reclipped.
Reclip it, do whatever you want. I have a clip of me saying Mirrorball was trash after Southern Mississippi, and then everybody
And I
got on
have a clip from
case.
last week where
You know
you
why I
crowned
don't get on
him
Mirrorball's case? Because
the offensive line
he came
coach
in all
champ.
cocky. Mirrorball came in all cocky. If the offensive line is the worst unit in the team, I'm gonna cut my limbs off, motherfucker. You owe me arms, legs, and your head, motherfucker, because that offensive line was trash. And then your homeboy, your best friend, protect you year two by adding an
Oh,
extra
shit.
tight end to help out that sorry ass offensive line. Mirrorball is trash. He's holding this program back. Cuban said that this fucking line, this Mirrorball coach is trash.
Okay. Well, this is fun. I mean, I'm just saying, look, the offensive line did good last week. For
Yes,
the first 3 quarters of this game, the offensive line did good.
I disagree.
Markel Bell has he has more work to do. All right. Uh, but that offensive line that was there, that crew that was there in the fourth quarter, I would just like for somebody to explain to me what's been going on in practice for the last season and 2 games, because it was like, oh my gosh, it was horrible. I would have thought it'd been better.
See, this
That's
is my
all I'm
thing
saying.
because I was sold a blueprint from Studio One. Mario's taking the Saban blueprint. Motherfucker, if you see Bama's second and third string offensive line, that's a whole different beast on his own. So he copied the blueprint of everything outside of the offensive line because he kept sorry ass
You're
Miracle.
lying because you haven't seen not one second or third string lineman of Bama.
I'm just watching the game, dude. I just told you I'm
You
watching the
just
damn
not
game.
watching it,
Huh?
so you don't have a clue.
I'm watching. I'm clearly. I'm vividly watching the
You're
game right
sitting
now.
here acting like you know who's Alabama's second and third string linemen are when you're
I
just
do know the
now
second and
peeking
third
in
string
on them.
Alabama. They're
So
all.
you
You
lie
know what's their name?
again.
I know
I'm
their
gonna catch
name.
you in
Big
lies
and get
all
the fuck
day.
out of my way. That's a whole Alabama offensive line.
How?
Big. Their first, second, and third string is. I'm bigger than you. Get
They
out of
play
my
in
way.
South Florida right now.
Game is over.
What the score was?
40 something to 16.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Okay.
got like 28 points in the
They
fourth
took
quarter or
them,
something
yeah,
like that.
okay. And they struggled at first.
So
But
I was watching the Bama game, my friend.
Okay, cool.
But that's the blueprint. The studio said that
All right, so
Mario
let me ask you
followed
a
the blue.
question.
He followed the
Well,
blueprint for everything outside of the
We beat
offensive
South
line.
Florida worse than that 48-16. What then?
Hold up, studio. You said that Mario copied, Bama's blueprint, right? He's copying what's it called? It's Saban's blueprint, right? So why the Saban and his offensive line is filled nothing but 5 and 4 stars, and our line is full of fucking 3 stars, five
All
and three
right.
stars.
No, 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 no. We just got two 5 stars the year before. What do you mean?
Okay, where the 4 stars
Well,
where the 4 stars at?
The Porter changed that up. See, you compare. Hold
Now it
on,
changes.
you're comparing 10 years of pre
You said blueprint, my friend. I'm just following
NIL
what you
and
told
pre
me.
portal.
You told
You're
me he's
comparing
following the blueprint.
Alabama pre NIL and pre portal to the last 3 years of what? Mario.
Okay, but let me watch this,
This is
studio.
a whole new era where your
What
entire
about the defensive
team
line? The
your
defensive
roster
line, the studio,
and you
that
want to
defensive
go
line
to
is
the
filled with
portal.
a bunch of
You
five
don't have
stars and
time
four
to be,
stars.
oh, I'm a try, I'm gonna have a 5 star and I'm gonna get this big 5 star. No. We plug and play.
Hold
The
up.
new
He
era.
followed. Hold up, studio. Did
Stop
Mario
living in the
follow?
past.
Hold up. Did Mario follow the blueprint on the defensive line?
Apparently so.
Okay, so why he didn't do it in the
You
offensive
see,
line?
did you see those are second street D line too?
Yeah, but they're filled with 4 stars, five
So them
stars,
was
right?
second street D line too.
Yeah, but they're filled with 4 stars and 5 stars. That's the blueprint, studio.
Okay. We
So
got
he
the
followed
same
the
on the
blueprint on
offensive
one
line.
side, but didn't follow the blueprint on
No,
the other
see,
side.
see what Mara understands, it ain't all about the fight. See, Markel Bell, in my opinion, is one of those prototypes that also Mario know how to get. See, he know how to get. He's the one that went and got Kobe Young from whatever school that was. He see, oh, he's 6'5". Okay.
Hold up, bro.
You
Hold up,
see,
hold up.
no. Mario knows the talent. He went and got what he got. So Markel Bell and the other guy he got on the line, they don't have the 5 star because they went the other route. But he realized, wait a minute, I'm gonna plug him in, because that's a first round adventure. That's the first round. Same thing, Cam Ward. He wasn't a 5 star because he had to go the other route. But Mario, like, wait a minute, boy, we see what you did at Incarnate Word, boy. We see what you had. Why? Come here. See, y'all. Oh,
See, workforce is falling into the trap again, right? Workforce just said, "O line, we have is bigger guys. We had smaller guys before." Studio fell into that same trap. No, they did not. As a, you know what I'm saying, the lines that we had before were always 6'4" and above, 300 plus, right? It's all just, it's all the marketing. If you have good marketing, you can make it look good because right now we got an offensive lineman that is 6'2", 6'3", 275 pounds playing left guard, right? So, again, if you have Studio as your marketer, it makes it look pretty. But Studio, according to you, right? You said that Mario is following Saban's blueprint, right? You told us that, right?
Yeah,
So why he's not following that blueprint when it comes to the offensive line?
he is. They play excellent.
All right.
They play excellent.
Right, but
Considering,
once you get past the first string, though, it's such a drop off.
but that was actually the second string.
Well, well, you had
That wasn't even my top five
five,
unit.
3 out of 5 on the starters were first string.
I don't
Okay,
know. Then, but they were moved
but
in other positions, so that's
but
another
Bill
coherent thing.
Markel, like I said, he just needs a little more time. He just needs more work. That's all. Okay, he needs more work. And
That's
again,
the first start.
I know that's exactly
That's
right, and
than
that's
that
what
thing.
I've been saying. I thought, considering it was his first start, he got better. He did a little better, but he still has work to do because he just sometimes some guys just need more work than others. That's just all.
Y'all
But
waiting to report on. That's what
but
this was.
you
Couldn't
know,
do it against Florida, but y'all waiting to find something to report.
no, because Markel Bell didn't play against Florida. The offensive line unit we had against Florida did fantastic.
Played in
They
Florida.
did good.
They did great. They didn't do good. They did great.
They did great. Okay. It's just the unit that we had out there tonight, or in all fairness, whatever type of game day game planning was put into effect. It looked like, I get you had two new guys on the line at the beginning, but it was a total different look on that offensive line. They didn't look like that stout brick wall that we saw last week. And I'm gonna tell you right now, regardless of Florida's record, Florida's defensive line is probably light years ahead of FAMU's defensive line. Okay, all I'm saying is, even if, this is my opinion, even if they stay with the starting offensive line they had tonight, it's going to be all right. Okay. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys that were on the offensive line in the fourth quarter. You had a 5-star. Okay. You had these other guys. Hell, you had Nephew. Okay. They were all getting pushed back. They were getting, they should have done better. That's all. And I mean, again, that's okay. That's why you put them in there in games like this. All I'm saying is the offensive line that came in the fourth quarter, they still have work to do. And I just personally would have thought they would have been a little further along in their development and coaching and learning of techniques than what they showed tonight. That's all. It's like watching the Rutgers game all over again. That's all. Okay. But as far as the starting offensive line we had tonight, we can be okay with that. I think we're still going to be okay.
I don't think.
But I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not. Maybe I am being overcritical. Maybe I am being a Debbie Downer. But God damn, you know how many times I've seen this same fucked up dog and fucking pony show the last 20 years? And to still hear the same bullshit that I'm still hearing today? Every year. Oh, we got this recruiting class in. Oh, we got this player. You get them on the field, and they ain't shit. And this year we have good players. We got a defense that looks fantastic. We got a quarterback that's doing things that we have never seen at Miami. Good things. You got a receiving group that's doing wonder. Dude, this is probably the most talented wide receiver room I have seen.
Outside of one person, number 11 can't catch a shit.
Okay, you're right. We'll take 11 out the equation. Offensive line. Yes, this starting offensive line looks really good. I believe, again, with what we saw at the beginning of the game, the unit that we had, I think it, they gonna need some more work. I mean, it's only second game of the season. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying this team is trash. I'm not looking for negatives. I'm just saying I have heard everything that's been said so far this season, this off season. It's the same damn thing I've heard for 20 years. So until I see it on the field, which we are seeing good things, great things on the field. We are seeing it. Okay. But until they raise that ACC championship trophy,
you gonna be a Debbie Downer every game?
I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer, but
don't do your season like that, my friend. Enjoy this. I was just hoping that was what you suggested.
I am enjoying this, but I'm not that damn naive to think that, hey, we've been through this again before. Remember when we went 7-0? Remember 2017? Remember 2017? Went 10-0? And then got our asses handed to us by fucking Pittsburgh, Clemson, and fucking Wisconsin.
I got you.
Florida State.
I got you. So that means every game you're going to find something to pick at until you win the ACC championship?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be a lot more discerning about what I see on as long as they win, okay, and they come out and play ball like they are capable of playing and don't just let the ball bounce one way or the other, and get lucky. No, I want them to come out, play Miami football, dominate, and win the game. And then I don't understand why, if I want to nitpick, why am I getting ridiculed for that? I'm not allowed to nitpick a game. I have to follow the lambs to the slaughter and believe that everything is rainbows and unicorns. Again, it's just like I told that dude from Kane's Insight, D Money, whatever the fuck his name is. So you're saying if we have to think like you think, or we're not, we can't think our own thoughts. We have to think what you think in order to be right. All right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this, I'm not upset with you, Heru, but we're all entitled to our opinions. We're all entitled to our thoughts. We're all entitled to whatever we feel. But it's just, I am so sick and damn tired of, if I'm not in this bromance, this love affair, then I'm the one that's wrong. Okay? And if I want to nitpick, then I'm going to nitpick. All right? And I'm telling you right now, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Mirrorball ain't worth a damn at coaching offensive line. He can't even come close to Kehoe. Art Kehoe was the offensive line coach that Miami has ever had. Everybody else has paled in comparison. There will never be an Art Kehoe. And I can tell you right now, from the bullshit that I saw in the fourth quarter, Mirrorball still ain't carrying his weight, even though he ain't but like 98 pounds. I'm just saying. But the beauty of it is there's time to fix that. I just don't want to see the same damn thing happen this year that we've seen for the last 20 years. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Get Mirabel's ass out of here.
You
And I'm
know,
with you. I'm
I'm
with
just
you, Joe.
saying it. And I mean, look, y'all can say what you want. I don't care.
I ain't saying you're wrong.
But no,
I was
it's
just
not
gonna
about
ask
right.
that
It's not
question.
about right and wrong. It's not about right and wrong. Okay, but
No, for nitpicking.
no,
You have
I'm
a right
just
to do that. You have a right to do
right,
that.
right. But what
But
I'm getting
I
at, what
would
I'm getting,
suggest it. Because we're going 12, we're about to win the Natty.
and I agree with you. I don't see anything on this team that says otherwise. Now, is Miami perfect? No. Is there opportunities to improve? Yes. Always. Okay. But let's remember, this was FAMU tonight. All right. This was FAMU. Now, we can make it through the ACC undefeated, win the ACC championship, but then you got to start playing the big boys. Okay. How would this Miami team stack up if they had to play Texas next week? How would this team stack up if they had to play Michigan next week? The Alabamas.
Michigan smoked them. They sorry. Texas and Georgia, the only team that look like real big above the rest right now.
All right, what about, anybody in the top 10? Because more than likely,
they trash.
Come Monday morning, Miami's going to be a top 10.
Ohio State's beat.
Miami is going to be a top 10 team come Monday morning, more than likely.
But this is going to be a different type year, bro. I'm looking at these.
And I hope so. I hope so.
I bet on these teams.
I hope so.
Certain little parameters on them.
That
don't lie.
Bro, look, I want them to come out. But I said it before. I'm concerned about California.
I am too. Them boy went in Auburn and knocked them off.
And like Kyle says, USF. Okay. I brought this up before and I'm going to bring it up again. How many times, and y'all can get mad at me for living in the past, but trends have formed. How many times in the past have we looked at that schedule in the preseason and said, that's an easy schedule?
Yeah.
How many times?
And
I'm not saying that to say that, this year's schedule looks pretty. It looks easy, but we can't say that because we've said that for the last 2 decades. Oh, this schedule looks easy. We're going to win this. And we don't. Miami doesn't. All I'm saying is, folks, let's just take this week by week. Okay? Let's enjoy the win over Florida. Let's enjoy the win over FAMU tonight. Let's enjoy it. And then come Monday morning, that's all over with. We got to concentrate on Ball State and move forward that way. Don't rest on the laurels. And again, and talking about the talent and everything, I mean, you had the young Bulls back in, was it 07, 08? But, I guess the reason why I do nitpick, okay, is when I see like this offensive line, the way they struggled in the fourth quarter, knowing that just 2 seasons ago, you had 3 or 4 injuries on the offensive line and had to play the backups, and the offensive line wasn't shit. It was horrible. TVD had to run around, got hurt. Garcia had to run around. Jakari had to run around, and I just, there was a time where offensive line wasn't even an afterthought at Miami. It was never an issue. But now, and things are, and yet things are improving. But if we having 2 new guys on the offensive line, yeah, you could probably get away with it. Okay. But if we have to start, having, 3 new guys on the offensive line, 4 new guys on the offensive line, because it's just, it's just one play away from having that second string offensive line in there. You know what I mean? All it takes is for somebody to get rolled up on. Okay. And again, I hope not. But, you know, I think that's our Achilles heel right now. That's our kryptonite is the offensive line, the quality of the depth right now, and the quarterback, the backup. That's all I'm saying. Because I'll just ask this question. With what we saw in the fourth quarter, could that lead Miami to, an undefeated season like halfway through? Because if something happens to the starters, that's what we got. And they're going to have to put somebody that can be mobile at quarterback because the offensive line they need work. The backups need work. They just need more development. And I know it's only week 2. All right. And yeah, I'm going to be every game. I'll be nitpicking. I don't care. I will be. There's always areas of improvement because you think let's say Alabama. You think those fans aren't nitpicking that game? Yeah, they scored 28 at the end, but still. Hell, I guarantee you I could step out my door and listen to the grumblings from the LSU fans right now. I'm probably going to hear it when I get in the house. But they beat Nicholls State. What was it, 44-21? But they still going to grumble. That's all I'm saying. So, and again, for me personally, this is not. I mean, I don't care if it's Mirabal, if it's Keyhole, if it's whoever. I don't care if it's Mario or Manny or Coke. I don't care. I just want to see a good, consistent product on the field that can compete with the top 5, top 10 teams. That's all. And then now that you got the playoffs, you're looking at an extra 2 or 3 games, not just the bowl game. And then that's not counting the championship game. So you're looking at probably extra 4 games. And that's all it is. All right, somebody say something. Shut me up.
No, so workforce. What line are you're speaking of? I don't know, because he's saying that the Manny's line average 6'3", 303. Yeah, it's a big line. I mean, I don't know where he's coming from with that. And why is he using 19? Why is he not using 20, 21? You know what I'm saying? Again, this is how people skew
I'm
stats when
looking
they
at the
want.
offensive stat, man. We top 30 in everything.
Well, I mean, and again, it's just it's the development of the players. Okay, if you're going to get a 3-star offensive lineman, then the offensive line coach should. I mean, they should be able to develop these people. That's all.
No, I'm answering what workforce says. Right? He's being a politician right now. He's using skew stats when he wants to, right? But he's using 19 when Zion was 6'4", 6'5", 200 pounds, right? But he doesn't want to use Zion his junior year, So it's that political stuff. Yes, he's right about that, but keep going on down the years, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. You had Navon Donaldson that was 6'5", 300 and something pounds, right? So it's like it depends.
Man, look, man. Passing play percentage, number 28. Completion percentage, number 9. Yard per play, number 9. This is in the nation, not just
no.
Passing yards a game, number 21. Passing yards.
You're going on a different tangent.
Zone percentage.
No, 30. You're going on a different. No,
percentage, number 20.
You're going on a different tangent. What workforce says that the line is bigger now than we ever had, and what I told them.
I don't care about the pass.
I know that's what he's saying, and I told him that Studio fell into the same trap, and
penalty per game 2, number 4. Penalty yards per play 0.02, number 5. Penalty yards a game 26, number 16. Come on, man. This is beautiful coaching. Now we might need some better X and O's, a little better play calling.
Isn't this
Jacoby
the same?
George,
Isn't this
this is
isn't
shine.
this isn't this the same coaching staff we had
Big
last year?
blueprint of discipline.
Is this the same coaching staff we had for the Middle Tennessee State game?
You're talking.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. No, not Middle
First
Tennessee.
year
That
they
was a
got
different
there, they
state.
were building it.
That was a different
See,
thing.
see, y'all gonna be in the
But
past, and y'all miss out on this beautiful season we're about to have.
okay. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you, and I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Would this team be as successful if we still had TVD and not Cam Ward?
We'll be 2-0 right now, still, but that's a hard question. That's a good hypothetical question. You know how you do.
Israel.
You probably see. I'm already confident that Cam and we'll be successful, but I know TVD will throw that picks at some point.
And this is not an I am not.
He had he had a good line that year, and he had no time and threw picks right there with nobody giving him credit.
Right, and this is not a knock on Cam. This is not a knock on TVD. I'm just saying we basically have the same coaching staff this year that we had last year, and honestly, if we're going to talk offensive lines, there were plenty clean pockets that TVD had last year, and Cam Ward has had also. Okay.
Yeah. Signs of a great coach by Mirabal still that he want to fire. Stop it, Cuban.
Trash. I ain't say fire. I said trash.
If he trash,
but
he need to go.
I mean, again, to me, I'm not, like Israel said, the talent. I mean, it's just, to me, it's the development and the coaching and the teaching to get these guys better every day. And I would have thought that fourth quarter offensive line would have been further along than they were. That's all.
1 second. So workforce, right? 2021 left tackle Zion Nelson 6'5", 315. Jared Williams 6'6", 312. Rivers 6'5", 325. Osmar Traorman 6'3", 325. Corey Gaynor 6'4", 305. Navon 6'6", 348. DJ Scape 6'3", 305. Again, that whole offensive line was smaller. That's a whole myth, right? Is it coach better? According to the studio, yes, right? I just think the scheme is better, but our offensive line has always been big. It just looks, that's the spin that you hear from people. Oh, we're so big now. No, the line has always been big.
But speaking of that, I knew Samson was a pretty big kid, but I didn't realize he was that. I mean, he looked big. I guess because I finally get to see him on the game, but I didn't realize how big he was. He's a good sized young man. Same thing with Bell, good sized young man. It's just, you would think that you would try to, the offensive line development team would try to get those guys, looking good and doing better. But maybe it was just the first, the opening night jitters. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we are 2-0. All right, 2-0. Happy for it. Love it. Got Ball State next week. Should be 3-0.
When is it gonna start getting interesting? USF or BTEC?
None of them.
Cal's gonna be interesting.
Cal gonna be interesting. I want to see how our coaching do, having them ready going to the West Coast. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think.
What I worry about Cal is the ACC giving us a night game at Cal.
Yeah,
because that
'Cause,
night that game might be they're probably going to schedule us for 8 o'clock Cal time, and that's like 11 o'clock Eastern, right?
yeah, like 11
I'm
o'clock
worried.
midnight. Like, shit,
Yeah, I'm
I
worried the
take a
ACC
nap.
will do some dumb shit like that.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, hopefully it's like that 2 4 at mid game, mid 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock game.
Mm.
That's what I'm hoping. At 3:30 game, that'd be nice. But yeah, I agree. If they put Cal at 8 o'clock Cal time, oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
So I'm
Because
looking at
if you notice when they played at Auburn, it was the 3:30 Eastern game. So that's like Cal playing at
At
whatever
noon.
time in the morning.
Yeah, at noon. No, that
Yeah.
Cal playing at noon.
Yeah. So I mean that didn't really hurt them. But it is a good point. I mean, yeah, USF is definitely gonna come out because it's USF. Virginia Tech. It's Virginia Tech. They've always played us tough. And I still think that Cal game is really gonna tell a lot about us,
California game at 12 p.m.
In Cal.
Yep.
That's impossible.
No, it ain't. I'm looking at it now.
That's
They're
impossible because that's
those-
that'll be fuck. That'll be 8 o'clock their time, 11 o'clock their time.
Not necessarily. I don't know because this chart's telling me. Let me see what time.
I mean, those West Coast teams usually don't play a noon Eastern game or a first game of the day. They usually play
this
like
might
at least.
This might be giving me the West Coast time, so that'd be like 4 o'clock our time, Eastern time.
Yeah, it might be a 3:30 game.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because those West Coast they usually do that second
Looking at
game
this,
or late game.
But I got an interesting projected record with this stat side I look at. Our highest probability, they got us going 11-1 at 27.8%. Our second highest probability is the 10-2 at 23%, and they got us 20% chance of going 12-0. So they're saying if we have a meltdown at 8.2% probability, that'll be 8-4.
But that's
bad
been
luck.
Miami's MO.
They saying bad luck. You take some bad luck, we go 10-2. Most likely go 10-2. We have a little good luck. We'll go 11-1 instead to kind of like almost a miracle going to feed. They're saying.
But again, that's been Miami's MO. Start out as a house of fire, then this can't get out your way.
They have a meltdown, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like last year.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna just put it bottom. So y'all expect you got any new record prediction? Anybody want to change their record prediction?
No, yeah, I got a new one.
What's your new record prediction?
12-0.
Okay.
Don't say you settle.
I thought so. As long as y'all boys still give me old paint.
Yeah,
I mean the only line need to work a little bit better. Y'all worry. I got you.
But I mean the only team.
Our DBs got carved. The offensive line fine. Our DBs I'm scared. Oh no! Now one thing I will say though about the DB, when I seen OJ jump up, made that play, I said, "Ooh, that's some beautiful body control."
Yeah,
and I see why he's starting.
Right.
I feel good about him.
I think the only team that's gonna beat Miami is Miami.
No, the only team that's gonna beat Miami is Mario with his punk ass.
No, don't do that. No,
whoa, wait a minute. Did he say Mario?
No, don't do that.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Here we
go.
That's the same as saying. That's the same as saying.
You're not a believer, Studio.
I'm saying
one of those fakers, Studio.
I'm saying the same thing you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is
going
to
get
defeat
blamed
themselves.
on Mario. Mario takes the blame. He
Either
Nah,
don't blame it
nah,
either
on.
Emilio. I don't
See,
want to hear
no,
that
no,
shit.
it's
wait a minute. Mario takes the blame. He don't blame it on the freshman playing in the fourth quarter.
I'm not blaming them.
I was poking that.
I wasn't blaming them. But anyway, no, I'm just saying Miami. Okay, you can this is from Mario down to whoever that little scrawny number 97. I was they were showing a sideline shot late in the game, and they had this little dark-headed white kid, number 97. I'm like, what position does this dude play? Water boy? This dude couldn't be no more than 98 pounds soaking wet, but that's beside the point. But what I'm saying is, when I say Miami is that's the only team that can beat them is from Mario down. Okay, that's that to me as of right now. That's the only team that can beat Miami is themselves. That's all I'm saying. Now, yeah, there's going to be there are some obstacles out there. Yeah, I'm not going to lie about that. But just got to take it week by week, game by game. You know.
I am not trying to hear none of that shit. Not 1 second.
But I'm glad all these teams falling though. Fall. His 12 teams get in the playoff.
Nah, that doesn't. It all matters at the end of the year. We're gonna have
man.
some.
I
We have a
understand
tough
we're going
Syracuse
for that
team.
gung ho 12-0, but like you said, where's Miami been? We'll be so happy to be in these playoffs. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a 9-3, 10-2 record. We'll be happy to be in the playoffs. So
but
stop.
I'm afraid. I don't want to get into a whole nother discussion here, but I think if Miami goes to the ACC championship and does not win it, they're going to have to have at least 10 or 11 wins to even get considered for the playoffs. I can tell you that right now.
We're not Florida State. This is ratings time. So
but I'm just saying, let's just go out there game by game, week by week, take care of business in every game.
Hold on, 1 second before you guys keep going. So workforce is that a small offensive line, 6'4", 310 pounds? If that's small, I don't know what else I could. I don't know. I lose. I will gladly lose that debate if you say it's a small offensive line, 6'4", 310 pounds.
But yeah, I would just like for Miami to be ACC champions for the first time in 20 years. That's all. And if they win as long as they win the ACC championship, I am happy. Getting to the playoff, et cetera, whatever. But yeah, the end goal, of course, is national championship. We all know that. That's goes without being said. But we just got to get in the playoffs. It's just like the NFL now. I mean, you got free agents, you got the 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout. But you basically have these NFL-esque type rules going on. So let's just get to the playoffs. That's all that matters. Just get to the playoffs. And probably going to have to win the ACC to get in because they're going to take about 12 or at least 10 SEC schools. But or let me rephrase that. They'll probably take like 4 SEC, 4 Big 10, probably a Big 12. I'm getting at. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits tonight, fellas. It's been fun. This is what I'm talking about. We disagreed, but it is what it is. That's how we do it,
We ain't disagree. I'm right, studio's wrong.
Oh my gosh. Only here will you hear that stuff. But anyway, look. Cuban, Heru, always a pleasure having you two here.
Where Katie
with
at?
us. I don't know. Maybe she had another hot date with somebody else. I don't know.
What? Shad and Truck and Chubb.
I don't know.
She neglecting us, man.
I don't know. Katie, come home. We miss you. Please come home. I'm gonna get a milk carton. That's what I'm gonna do.
She
Let's get a milk cart.
waiting on Mara to lose to pop up. She won't be able to show herself this year, unfortunately.
Well, I guess we won't hear from her till next year.
For
All
real,
right.
we're going 12-0, baby.
All right. So anyway, thanks to everybody who came out. Oh, it was a good win. I'm happy that they almost covered the spread, but they were close. They were off by a point, but it's cool. Maybe if next week, if the tight end scores the first touchdown next week, I think the fix is on. But anyway, yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate it. And we're gonna catch y'all next time. So y'all know how we do it. Peace, love, and soul.
Peace.
Go Canes. We're gonna catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.